The House and the Senate are back in session. They took a mid-spring recess, but they're back in Washington. The House will be in session this week, and they'll consider the National Defense Authorization Bill. We pay very close attention to this legislation because it has been used in the past as an incubator of sort for financial services policies. So we'll be watching all the amendments that are filed and following the debate very closely. The Senate is going to continue to consider the Energy and Water Appropriations Bill, and how that bill is resolved is going to shed some light on what the remainder of the appropriations process looks like. As usual, we're following several hearings on both sides of the Capitol. The Senate Small Business Committee is going to hold a hearing on the administration's overtime proposal. The House Government Reform and Oversight Committee is going to hold a hearing on postal reform. And the House Ways and Means Committee is going to hold a hearing on ideas for tax reform. So last week at a field hearing in Albuquerque, New Mexico, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau released its new proposal on arbitration clauses. We had a witness at this hearing, Kevin Hammer, who's an attorney from New Mexico that represents credit unions, and he articulated the credit union position on this. Credit unions use arbitration clauses. They have them in their lending contracts. They don't often have to exercise those clauses because when there's a dispute between a member and the credit union, they usually try to work it out before they get into any formal process. But our concern with the proposal is that while it's not an explicit ban on arbitration clauses, it's a de facto ban on their effectiveness. It removes a tool from the toolbox that credit unions can use to work things out with their members. And it basically tells credit union members that if there's a group of them that have a dispute with the credit union, their recourse really is to sue themselves, because a class action brought by against a credit union would be brought by members of the credit union. They'd be suing themselves. So we're concerned that the CFPB is removing this tool from the toolbox. As we get into the comment period process, we're going to be listening to our members about their concerns with the proposal. We'll be filing comments, and I think we're going to be encouraging the CFPB to try to find other ways to address the problem that they're seeing, which is the fairness in the arbitration process.